Lee Dixon lost the offing. It's Weghorst. And he just didn't catch it. He did have options to his left and his right. Yeah, he was best of him. Pereira looking for Diop, who's trying to tease David De Gea, and he had to react. Yeah, this from Pereira. McTominay dealt with it. And Rashford trying to...
Making United think about where to pass the ball into midfield.
Run. Willian is backing him up. It comes to Willian. Just didn't catch it right.
Yeah, really good set-up play.
Just behind him. It's been brushed off the ball here, and Harrison Reed has escaped, and he's got options waiting in the centre. He didn't know which one to choose. Putting it back into a dangerous area, and no one attacked it.
Well, we could play extra time.
And it's Fulham who have been the more assertive.
Well, United need to...
It's a good ball down to Fernandes. He's got Sancho at the far post. Just didn't have enough strength on the ball to get through to him. Early doors, only 20 minutes, and we've seen them come alive later in matches a few times already this season.
Well, you have to give credit to Fulham. They've got the...
Mitrovic trying to shrug off Harry Maguire. And it's one that Maguire... His cross is towards Weghorst there too.
Thing is, when he does that, Sancho isn't coming
more pragmatic. There's nothing pragmatic about Harrison Reed. And then Rashford fancies himself taking on Diop, but couldn't get beyond him despite a really nice touch out of the sky.
Yeah.
Anthony Robinson. Robinson's cross towards Mitrovic. There's another decent delivery from a wide area. Now Sabitzer, now Rashford. And there's space in the centre for Weghorst. But the goalkeeper, Bernd Leno, did a really good job narrowing. They can move the pieces on the chessboard, and they've done that. Quite shirts to aim at now. And one of them is Luke Shaw at the far post, and Kenny Tete back, who went charging into the box.
Yeah, there he goes.
Away with the ball. Still chasing for it. Fernandes comes through to Sabitzer. Carried away by Bernd Leno and picked up at the second attempt. He's had a... Now Palhinha. The deflection was off Sabitzer. On to Tete. It's a decent effort, not too far away. Mitrovic, it comes to Weghorst, down on to Sancho, back to McTominay, takes a deflection, it's behind for a corner. You just wondered. Ian Wright, Roy Keane and Karen Carney will analyse that first half.
We've been going maybe a goal up, but they have got, like you say, you've got down.
What do they need to do in the second half? And here's tussling with Luke Shaw again. Here's intervention, it's Willian. And now Anthony Robinson, and it's just over the top after a timely save from David De Gea.
No, it's a good chance, but why Willian doesn't hit this with his left foot?
Willian. And Willian hitting it! And David De Gea had to get something on it again. Aimed in by Pereira again, it's helped on towards Mitrovic! And he has snatched the lead for Fulham. His first FA Cup goal, a step closer towards the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Here is Rashford from Weghorst, and a chance for Bruno Fernandes. Never really looked set for that.
Well, a big long ball to Weghorst.
Manchester United on the back foot here. Echoed over Reed. Palhinha. Fernandes with a challenge, which was initially going to go unpunished, but I think the assistant on the... It's bent towards the far post, and no one's going to get... Fernandes. Sancho went to make a run, and then a couple of deflections. Robinson, who just has a little bit more to think about with Anthony over.
I'd expect that as I was full back.
Tete. Mitrovic fighting for it.
Well, that was a full back, Dennis Irwin.
Anthony. Brought down by Anthony Robertson, and Robinson's going to end up in the book. It's sent back to Sancho. He'll strike it, deflection. And the fact that they seem to be winning. Here's Rashford. Trying to get in behind. The ball from Sabitzer was... He has. Can Sancho get his finish right? He can't. He thinks it was a handball by Willian.
Well, they'll be having a
last weekend at Old Trafford. They won today. Penalty kick. And Fernandes to level things up for Manchester United. And he does. And the tide turns in the FA Cup quarter-final. Manchester United are back on terms. Fulham down to 9 men, lost their head. was Mitrovic thinking? Here's Shaw from Sancho in towards Sabitzer. He didn't take long. Manchester United take full advantage, and in the blink of an eye they've gone from 1-0 down to 2-1 up, and they're on their way to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Nicely contested. Anthony still going, Anthony, still going, Anthony. 40 seconds. Fred onto Bruno Fernandes to seal it. Well, Manchester United, if they weren't before, they're in an unassailable position now. It's going to be another Wembley appearance. Here it's Rashford from Weghorst, and a chance for Bruno Fernandes. Never really looked set for that.
Well, the big long ball to Weghorst.
Manchester United on the back foot here. Cordova-Reid, Palhinha. Fernandes with a challenge which was initially going to go unpunished, but I think the assistant on Fernandes to level things up for Manchester United, and he does. And the tide turns in the FA Cup quarter-final. Manchester United are back on terms. Fulham down to 9 men, lost their head. Aimed in by Pereira again, it's helped on towards Mitrovic, and he has snatched the lead for Fulham. His first FA Cup goal, a step closer towards the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Fernandes to level things up for Manchester United, and he does. And the tide turns in the FA Cup quarter-final. Manchester United are back on terms. Fulham down to 9 men, lost their head. Well, Manchester United, if they weren't before, they're in an unassailable position now. It's going to be another Wembley appearance for Erik ten Hag.